Peace, love, and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Get This Listen Live. I am your host, Shakti Sterner, editor in chief of Get This Listen magazine, co founder of this here platform. And as always, I like to provide my disclaimer before we get into the dialogue of this episode. I am a mother of two little girls. Obviously, it's 7:38 p.m. where we are, Eastern Standard Time. My children are not resting. They are alive and running around, and you may hear them as you did in my last episode. But the show must go on. And if in the event that it's just something that I have to tend to, I will either, mute the episode or try to continue it at a later time. However, you hear me talking to my babies and everything else because this is an authentic platform. Um, I decided to go live absolutely within like the last 10 to 20 minutes because I saw something on Facebook that disturbed me and I had to do a little research on what happened. Not much is being released to the public as of yet because it's just a recent occurrence. But as of last night, here in Detroit, Michigan, there was a 16-year-old shot and murdered by the DPD, the Detroit Police Department. Now, as per the report, I'm gonna keep it, kind of surface level because this is a minor and this is a sensitive situation. Um, the report stated that the young man or people that were involved were possibly doing something that they shouldn't have been doing. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it right there. But I'm also gonna expound upon my personal views upon that. Right, this is not the first time that one of our youth have been shut down by those who have taken an oath to serve and protect. And it more than likely won't be the last time until the system itself goes through an overhaul and a total reform. Um, Firstly, my condolences to the family of the young boy that was murdered last night. Uh, I don't want to imagine that type of pain, right? But let's talk about it. Let's build for real. Because yes, our youth are, you know, misguided. They do things that they shouldn't be doing. But they're not the only youth that do shit like that. You know what I mean? Let's be 100. Let's keep it a buck. We got 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse running through a whole crowd with like a shotgun or an AR-15 or whatever his ass had. And he wasn't shot down and murdered. His mother brought him to the scene of the act. He was apprehended and taken away without a scratch on him. So many the blatant societal biases and injustices just is it's smack dab in our faces, and it's like peace, love, and power. Black, oh, mama, see you. I see you. It's smack dab in our faces, and it's like some of us really get that righteous rage. So this ain't about the people that actually have the empathy and just the downright rage and frustration about what happens on a day-to-day basis in our community. This is about the system overall telling us that, oh, your babies don't matter. Your baby should not be doing this. Your baby should not be doing that. Where is the parents? Blase, blase, blase. That's the same narrative over and over and over again. However, when you got the little white boy, what's his name? The one that just killed all them kids and shot up Oxford School a couple years ago. Was it Crumbly, Rembley, something? Ribley's, believe it or not, I don't remember. You know what I mean? That it's always an excuse for those people. They have mental illness. They needed more counseling. Where was the school counselor? Where was the support for the whole family? They get this slap on the wrist and get all this empathy and sympathy, and society's like, yeah, little Billy didn't mean to do that. Little Billy was just without some proper medication, and little Billy should go under psychiatric treatment and evaluation, and we're going to help little Billy. But when it comes to little TJ, who has been a part of a community that has been strategically put in a position of being disadvantaged, impoverished, lack of proper opportunity. When he sees all around him is murder, violence. This is all a structure. Let's talk about it. We want to talk about the black on black crime and violence, but we don't want to talk about where it initiates from. That we're not going into the tribalism back in the motherland. That's a completely different fact. That's village and all this and that. That's different. We're speaking upon the here and now here in America, this so-called black on black crime. Where is the root of that? And I go back to the rat in the cage theory that I love to cite throughout the years. Now, I haven't cited it in a while. I guess I gotta bring it back because it's relevant. And I've been trying to stay away from certain topics publicly because of certain things going on behind the scenes. But when it comes to the youth, I don't know how to be silent. It's a treason, if you will, when we remain silent when something happens to our youth. The rat in the cage theory, and this is something you can research for yourself if you have not done that thus far. You take two starving rats and you put them in a cage. This is science. This is scientific fact. You put them in a cage with one piece of cheese. They're starving already. What do you think those two rats are going to do for that one piece of cheese? They're going to fight each other to the death because they're starving and they don't have enough to go around. Right? So we applied that same theory to the inner city, to the projects, to the hood. We have a lot of people who don't have much, who live in lack, who cannot get to the next level. And it's not, and I don't want to hear about, well, if you applied yourself more, you would probably get to the next level. Well, guess what? Let's talk about the black men and the black women who go inside the banking institutions and apply for loans, and they have the credit score or the appropriate credit score to get approved for it, and they still get told that they're going to be denied because of, oh, the location, the demographic, your credit history hasn't been built long enough. It's always a reason why, or a hurdle why black people can't get to the promised land. And this is supposed to be America, the land of the free and the home of the goddamn brave. Well, guess what? I just told my father right before he passed, but he came home and we were talking. I said, Dad, this ain't the American dream, bro. This the black nightmare. As long as we here, we live the black nightmare. We don't have a piece of the pie in the American dream. That ain't about us. We built the American dream. We built the fuck out of it. But do we benefit from the American dream? Absolutely not. And you can tell me, well, so-and-so, they went to college and they're doing great in their life. 1 out of 10 niggas is not, man. That one token nigga is gonna go through college. That one token nigga gonna find a job in they field. That one token nigga also paying back all them student loans before they can see any real type of profit from all that. Whereas the other 9 may have graduated from high school. What was it supposed to be after that? They may have went into college a little bit, maybe obtained an associate or a bachelor's degree, but they have not been able to find work in that field. And that's my baby beating her stick. She's autistic. That's a part of it. Malia, calm down a little bit. It's a little loud, sweetie. Or you can go to the back room. Thank you. When is enough enough? When are we going to have the real conversations of how this whole system is absolutely designed for us to be eaten and swallowed alive? We're basically sitting up here trying to figure out how to get off this damn hamster wheel in the fucking the race. We're just going around in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. And it keeps happening to where now this takes me back to when 7-year-old Aiyana Jones was murdered by the police. A 7-year-old little baby here in Detroit a few years ago. She was laying on her grandmother's couch. They threw a flashbang grenade and they killed that child. And you know what happened to that police officer? He got off on a mistrial. A 7-year-old. A 7-year-old. A little girl who ain't even, she don't even know long division yet. She barely know how to write cursive. She barely know how to read books. And you mean to tell me that a 7-year-old black child who was asleep on her grandmother's couch deserved to be shot up like a dog? And this man gets off on a mistrial. Where is the freaking outrage for that? Now we have a 16-year-old boy who just went through puberty like 5 minutes ago, who don't even have the mental maturity to understand the behaviors he's participating in. He's only doing what he sees on the news and on TV and hearing in the music that they put into the community to destroy ourselves and for our youth to destroy each other. Now the police just laid him down like a dog. What about his family? What about his mother? What about his father? What about his siblings? His whole future has been taken away from him because they decided that he was a threat to society. But I recall plenty of white youth doing the same exact thing, if not worse, walk away with their lives. They walked away with their lives. They may have got hit with a taser or something, some pepper spray, but they walked away with their lives. But when it comes to our babies, oh, it was just another thug nigga baby. It was another thug hooligan. The parents ain't caring. The parents ain't doing their job. Really? How would you know what the parents are doing or not doing? Are you in that household? Do you know what the parents are struggling through? Malia, that's a little bit loud, baby. I love your stick. You trying to beat on the drum? You want to beat a drum? All right, let's make some music then. I love you, baby girl. She's making her music, y'all, and I'm not about to get in the way of that. Let that child do what she do. She's enjoying herself. I am so, as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister, and as an aunt, I am so disturbed by this, right? That boy was 16. Probably didn't even learn how to drive yet. Probably didn't have his license. Couldn't even vote. Wasn't even done with high school. You know, he didn't get a chance to really live. When we young, we make mistakes. He was a teenager, and they saw fit that he was that much of a threat to society that he had to be shot down. When they could have restrained him in any other type of way. No, they wanted to kill him. That's the simple answer. And I'm gonna say this. I'm trying to make sure you can hear me over my daughter making her beats back there. In Trump's America, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about 40, what is it, 45, 47? Ain't that who he is? The police state has been militarized, meaning that they can use any excessive force that they choose to. And let's be real. This shit was happening before Trump. This shit happened under Barack Obama too. This happened under y'all mans. Your superhero, Barry O. The police state has been militarized. That means they can use excessive force, and they will never see any real charges due to that. And then hell, one of my favorite things to discuss is something that we still have not brought to the forefront of discussion is the 3/5 clause in the Constitution. That clause still exists to this day. And what does that clause state? Baby, now you're right near mommy's ear, and that's okay. I love your music. It's the best thing ever. You making better music that's on the radio right now, honey. I'll tell you that. So keep at it. Maybe the neighbors will learn what to do. The 3/5 clause, and I'm going to paraphrase this here. I'm not going to go into verbatim, but you can look into it for yourself. It might be called the 3/5 compromise as well. It has not been eradicated. And according to that clause, all people of color, and I emphasize that, are considered to be 3/5 of a human. This still exists to this day. That's why our people will perish due to the lack of knowledge. You know what I mean? Because if we understand that one particular clause in the Constitution, we'll understand how we'll never receive the rights of a full human being, because we're not considered that. We're considered 3/5. 3/5 of a human. That means I'm not a complete human according to the Constitution. You're not a complete human. Your mother, your children, no, none of us who they deem people of color, because we don't necessarily deem ourselves as that. They deemed us as that just to be a part of their design. You know what I mean? Like that's what they have done. So this young man who was murdered last night wasn't even considered 3/5 of a human. So that whoever did it is not going to face any real charges. Just not. And this leads me into George Floyd and that white boy that supposedly killed him, Derek Chauvin, whatever that nigga name is. I don't know. I don't care. They all look and sound alike to me. And that may be ignorant now. That may be a little bit ignorant of me, but that's just what it is. We all know. Did he get pardoned, or was that a part of the discussion? No. Okay, now mommy's gonna take your stick. Hello, children. How y'all doing? Y'all be safe out there now. Little black boys running down my block. Gotta keep my eye on the kiddios, you know. I don't really see too many other. Oh, there's some adults right there. I gotta identify the adults that's on this block to see who these babies belong to. But either way, I'm gonna keep an eye on them. Oh, sorry, I got a little bit distracted right there looking after the youth. Where was I at, y'all? Where was I at? That Derek Chauvin. Can somebody drop in the comment section for me if he has gotten pardoned or if that was just a part of the discussion? I cannot recall that. I do remember it was a topic brought up, but I don't know if that's something that actually went through as of yet. Um, Even with that, we have to see through the smoke and mirrors. One thing I'm going to tell you not to do with this young man that just got murdered last night, do not go protest. Don't do it. And I'm speaking from experience here. Um, the protesting thing is cute, right? If you feel like you have no other way to voice your frustration, right? It's cute. It serves its purpose. It can bring some form of awareness. However, that's not going to change nothing. We've been protesting for how many years, and it's just like, hey, these niggas out here protesting again. That's all they gonna do is sing "We Shall Overcome," and then they gonna run back home, and we can do the next thing to fuck them over. Don't go protesting for this young man. If you want to do like a candlelight vigil or whatever, that's cool. If you want to start writing letters to your state, your local state officials, that's even a better approach, right? But running out to the street is a setup and a trap. Trust me, I was out there and I saw how certain things went down, and it's not right. It's not right. I'm gonna leave it at that. When you have certain organizations that infiltrate protests to start riots and make things unpeaceful to cause a certain result, it's all a part. It's all interconnected. It's all interconnected. Like you got to go. You got to follow the money on this one. Black Lives Matter was not owned by anyone in our community. Okay, George Soros. Look into him. Look into George Soros, who was the real boss man behind Black Lives Matter. Them two sisters was front women. The man behind them, the man behind them, the shadow government, or whatever you want to call that name, George Soros. Ask yourself, why is a Jewish man putting organizations such as Black Lives Matter out here to incite riots? Ask yourself, look deeper. Don't go protesting over that young man. As much as it hurts, as much as it's like, come on, another one of our babies, don't go protesting. Sit home. They want us out there. They want us out there to lead us to our slaughter. We have to learn, we have to apply a little bit of the Sankofa ideology and concept. Go back so we can move forward. When we look back at our beautiful esteemed martyrs who went out there to protest, we saw what happened. If you only a blind man cannot see what happened to our martyrs, right? Look into the Ferguson people, the Ferguson uprising, when all of those brothers and sisters, and I'm gonna salute them, went out there after Mike Brown got shot down. And you will see how many of those brothers and sisters are still alive right now. Going out there is leading us to the slaughter. And right now, I'm going to tell you something. There are going to be so many different occurrences that is trying to provoke the black, and I use air quotes with that because I know Mama Cherie is watching, and she told me to stay away from it. I hear you, Queen Mother, but you know I got a general audience, so I got to speak generally. They want black people out there right now because we have decided not to participate in the immigrants and the Latinos and all of their protests. We have smartly decided to stay our black asses home for once, which I love that about this. I'm going to sip my tea. Thank you, black people. Stay home. Sleeper cells have been activated within the police organization, any organization that you could think about has been infiltrated, and they will purposely do things like kill a 16-year-old black boy to get black people riled up and out there to them streets. And that sleeper cell and that plant don't necessarily have to come from somebody with a face other than our own. 9 times out of 10, our biggest threat comes with the inside of our community, and this is why. We already expect for certain people to not like us. We already expect, if they had the opportunity, that they will do something to us. But what we don't expect is the person next door that live next door to us. What we don't expect is that person we might call a family member. Remember, I was just talking about money and how people will sell themselves out and move with a lack of integrity for money. Your own blood family member, we call it backdooring. You open up that back door. Your own blood family member can get approached by one of these organizations and offer X amount of dollars to give up information on you and your movements, right? This is facts. This is not no conspiracy theory here. I mean, you could go research the Huey P. Newtons and everything else to see what I'm saying is true. I just been being real quiet because of, again, certain things happening behind the scenes. But when it comes to the youth, I can't bite my tongue on that one. I could bite my tongue on a lot of things, but when it comes to the babies, we it's a problem. It's a problem. I'm a mother. How can I be a mother and not feel a certain type of way when one of my babies gets shot down? I don't know that young man from Arlington in China, but I know he passed through the black mother's womb. And who am I? I'm the black mother. I hold the black mother's womb. So that means all these babies, including these little beautiful little boys that keep running past my house right now, they mine. I have a duty and an obligation. Period. And we have to discuss when certain things like this happen. We have to have a dialogue about it. We could talk about the Diddies and all these other motherfuckers all day, but it's real life babies getting murdered in the damn hood. Not you, young lady. You are not dressed appropriate enough to see no little boy. You in your pajamas. Have a seat. Thank you. What I want for us to do is, once again, use a moment like this to see how we can be more impactful to our own children, of course, the ones that we did give birth to, but those beautiful babies around us. As I'm speaking to you all right now, I'm looking directly out my living room window, watching the babies run up and down the block to make sure that they're okay. I have one of my babies sitting right behind me in a rocking chair. And I have another baby sitting across the room from me, listen to me talk to y'all. So I'm actually I'm practicing what I preach, y'all. I'm not just sitting up here blowing smoke or telling people what they should do, and I ain't doing nothing. No, I'm really looking at these kids right now, Even though it seems to be some other adults out, I don't think these babies belong to them because they on my side of the street. The other adults is across the street. And these babies are steady running back and forth in front of my house. So I can't worry about what adult ain't outside to watch them because I'm an adult and I'm right here accessible. And that's how we have to be. Back in the day, when them old heads, them beautiful old heads, no disrespect when I say old head, that's a term of endearment. When them old heads used to sit on their block, on their porch, they used to go out there, they used to start early in the morning, didn't they? As soon as that sun rose up, they was out there with their cup of coffee, chilling, relaxing, doing their yard work, whatever they was doing. And all little kids having all the fun, yay, running, doing what kids do, bringing a life to the block. And we knew that even if the direct parents wasn't outside, because maybe the direct parents were still at work, or maybe they was just in the house cooking or whatever. We knew that if that lady was on her porch and that man was on his porch, that they was keeping eyes out for them kids. And if something happened, they was going to say something. They was going to check the kid. They was going to check whatever adult it was. And then they was going to go across the street to who that person's house was and let them know what the hell just happened with their kid. Tell me I'm lying. And that's why back then our communities were a lot more unified. They had a lot more healing and love and all of that. All of that. It was great. I grew up in the early 90s. And even in the early 90s, that was still a part of the discussion. It was 1 or 2, 3, 4 old people sitting on their porch, drinking their coffee, reading their newspaper, doing their lawn work. And people think that they wasn't paying no attention, but them old people was paying attention to everything while they was reading that paper, sipping that coffee. We got to be those people now. We have to. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm watching the baby. Hold on, y'all. What he doing? What that little boy doing? He got his football. Okay. All right. See, I'm sorry. I got to do this. Y'all gonna hear me. Y'all gonna hear real life shit for me. I ain't one of these people on this YouTube platform that's putting on a show for y'all. I mean, it is a show, but you're not gonna get a facade here. This is real life shit in real time. And we have to become those people in order to restore order to our communities. And so we can stop stuff. No, ma'am. No, thank you. So we can stop stuff from happening like last night with that 16-year-old. Because if it was a couple of elders on that block, I bet you people would have thought twice before they pulled that gun on that baby. I bet money if one of the old school elders back in the day was out on that block while that was happening, that elder would have told that baby, look, come over here with me. Come over here with me, officer. I got this, officer. You're not, I'm gonna get the parent. You're not the parent. You come over here and stand with me. You come stand over here with me. You come sit on my porch till your mama get here. See, that's how them old school elders acted. They wouldn't let nobody come on their block causing trouble, especially with the babies on the block. They took that baby over there. Come sit on this porch right here. Sit on this porch. I know what time your mother get on for work. Your mother be home in about 30 minutes. You sit right here till she come, and I'm gonna have a talk with your mother. That's how that used to go. Trust me, I was a part of it. We got to do that again, y'all. That has not left us. We still have the ability to be that and to bring forth the order back to our communities. We police our own. As long as we keeping our own in order, they ain't got nothing to say to ours. We got this. You go on about your business. We got it under control. First off, if something happening on that block that ain't just, real crazy like murder or pedophilia, if his little kids just doing what young kids do, fighting, throwing eggs at the neighbor house, knocking over trash cans, doing what kids do. The elders gonna get that in order, even if it's the corner store. And Uncle Joe done went down there to play his lottery, and he seen the little boy from that lived two houses over, and they're trying to steal a candy bar. What are you gonna do, little boy? I know your mama. What's going on? What you think you doing? You got money to pay for that? Put it back. Take your little ass home, and I will be telling your mother what I caught you doing. That's what was happening. We police our own, and we have to get back to that. That was what was working for us. That was successful for us. We weren't hearing about all these police killing our babies for real like that. Yeah, they were still shooting up the grown folks, which is a tragedy within itself, but it becomes even more of a heartbreaking matter when it's children, innocent, that have not begun to live life, that have no mental maturity to understand the adult decision, the adult games they trying to play. That's a part of the setup, though, to destroy them, because these youth are fucking powerful. They're fucking talented. They're fucking creative, intelligent. They were born with the ancestral DNA within them. And that's why society has worked so hard to destroy our babies. And they working overtime. They working overtime. And we can't let it happen, man. The ones that have already succumbed, I give all praises due to Allah and the ancestors for welcoming their souls and their spirits to the spiritual plane. Let's not let their death be in vain, because it could be any one of our children at any time. And I'm telling you, I can't take it. I got all this intellectual prowess and everything and spiritual knowledge behind me and all that, but I have human emotions, and I'm a mother, and it's becoming a little bit too much. It's becoming too much for me. It is. My heart cannot take much more of our children being taken from us. We have to hold ourselves accountable for this. If we hold ourselves more accountable, right? And I'm going to keep it funky with you. We know what the system is. We know what the system is designed to do. And the system is doing exactly what it has been built to do. It's a well-oiled machine that has been put into place hundreds of years ago. They stole our ancient knowledge from us and used it against us and tapped into the long game, what type of machine and system they could create to destroy generations and generations of our people. This is facts. So for those of us that know better, or are beginning to know better, we got to stand up as the vanguards. You know what I mean? And that ain't saying run out here and do some crazy stuff. Honey, I love your music. Thank you, baby. That don't mean I'm not telling you to go inside a riot or become some type of martyr. Nah. Martyrism is dead. We have to become the vanguards of our homes and our direct circumferences. While I'm watching this young man out here tossing his football around, I'm making sure that ain't no other person walking up on him trying to snatch them up, or I'm making sure the police ain't riding down trying to harass them. You know what I mean? This is what my eyes are doing while I'm talking to you all. We have to be more present. Like even with the baby, Jesus. And I said I try to stay away from this topic as much as possible because I don't like how the activists in Detroit exploited this child. Naziah Harris. If we were at that bus stop when she got off the bus, who knows what could have happened? Malia, not the window now. You can break the glass. Hold on 1 second. She's beating really loud now, and she's going towards the glass. 1 second. Malia, no. Hey. Sorry, y'all. Y'all had to hear me yell over the beating on the wall because she's making my alarm system go off and everything, child. Can mommy see? Can I play with you? Can I play? Come here. 1 second. Okay, guys. I'm back. She's kind of quieted down the beating song. You know how that goes. And I had to make sure my alarm system wasn't going off to trigger any police activity, you know. But we have to be the vanguards again. We have to be and this baby is beating this stick on the window. I think I'm gonna take it from her, you guys, because I don't want her to hurt herself on this glass. When she was doing it on the wall, it was pretty okay because she couldn't cut herself. But now that she's moving towards the glass, that's a little bit not safe. So I'm gonna go grab this stick. One moment, please. Okay, I'm back. I had to get the stick. I don't know what her fascination is with like beating a stick, but I just take it as that's her trying to create some type of music. She is autistic, so but we got to get back to policing our own, and that just is not something that men have to do. We women can participate as well. You know what I mean? We women do yard work and plant flowers and all this that. We could be out there keeping an eye. The big mamas used to do it back in the day. Big mamas was probably doing it more than Big Dad because Big Dad had to work. So Big Mama was out at home getting up, putting that pot of pinto beans on early in the morning, looking out her window, having her coffee, going to talk to the neighbor lady, and getting her day started. We have to become those people. We have to bring back that element of policing our own. Just that simple. Because I'm telling you, if the right elders was out there last night with that young man, that wouldn't have happened. The right elders back in the day, and we got to bring that energy back. We got to do the St. Kofa thing. We can't get so far removed from our true roots and our heritage that we forget that we've been shown the way how to succeed and maneuver in this society. Because if the right elders was out there last night, them elders would have been fighting on behalf of that boy. Them elders would have jumped in that fight, or at least jumped in front of him so they couldn't shoot him. The people we got elders now, the grandmothers is like my age. I'm 38. You got 38, 40-year-old grandmothers out here still twerking, want to turn up to the city girls and do TikTok videos and go to the club. They grandmothers. They not big mamas. They not even grandmothers. They don't even want to be called grandma. These broads want to be called Gigi. They done got so far removed from our traditional ways and actions that have helped us be more successful in this God-forsaken society that is designed to destroy us. That these people, they ain't got nobody to look up to. They ain't got no elders to look up to. The elders is gone. We the elders now. We got to step into that position and do the right thing. Like, it ain't that hard to sit on your dang block during this beautiful weather, getting your melanin charged up and stepping into the grass, getting some grounding done. It ain't that hard for you to say, "Hey, little boy, how you doing?" Like, the little boy just walked past my house. He see me watching at him. I wave my hand to make him feel comfortable. He waves back at me. Now I know that if I watch him again, he's gonna be comfortable enough to me, and he I'm watching out for him. You ain't gotta feel unsafe. You got somebody that's staring out their window, watching out for you, young man. Go play, go enjoy your childhood, but you got somebody watching out for you. We not watching out for our youth no more. We not, and that's a shame. Even the conscious community, I'm gonna call it for what it is. Because I was so wrapped up into that as well at one point that I couldn't see that most of them niggas is hypocrites. They hypocritical as fuck. They on Facebook with they unks and making their conscious post and, black man is gun, black woman is God, the womb man, and all this. Man, shut the fuck up and go outside and watch them kids. Shut the fuck up. See what's going on, what you need to correct in your own house, and put forth the real work to make things better. If we actually put forth the work that we talk about, see, it's a lot of lip professing, a lot of gibberish, a lot of shit that just don't make sense. See, they keep coming right to my driveway. See, they feel comfortable knowing that I'm watching them. Okay, there go a little girl too. The little girl wasn't out there before, but I'm assuming she's a family member of theirs. Let me watch that. Let me see how they interact with this little girl. I'm sorry. Gotta make sure she ain't just some neighbor's kid and these boys is trying to mess with her. Okay. Okay. All is well so far. We not watching. Well, no, that's right. The lit profession shit. Yeah. You got a lot of motherfuckers about the black power this, and we need to build amongst ourselves and become more self-sustainable. Them niggas is cons, man. They cons. They con artists. If we ain't saw that by now, I don't know what to tell you. Because I was like many other people. I got caught up in the brother polites and everything. No disrespect to him overall, because he came with some some valuable information, but when you look at the intent of the man and the character of the man, that just fucked up his whole little platform. Same thing with it with young Pharaoh. Nigga, you was cool for a minute. Then you started talking bad on the ancestors, disrespecting Malcolm and such, disrespecting Elijah. Now I know Elijah has questionable views, but you can't escape the fact that what he's done within the NOI has shaped the minds of many lost and found Negroes. Many lost and found Negroes found knowledge of self and elevated their way of thinking because of the NOI. So we have to give credit where the fuck it's due. But you got people on Facebook and all Instagram, YouTube, everybody and their mama swear they a podcaster now. This stuff is crazy. I've been doing this. How long I've been doing this, y'all? What's this year? The calendar year is 2025. We started Get This Wisdom Live back in 2016, 9 years ago. And this whole new thing, content creation, and I'm not with all of it. I'm not with the conscious people that's trying to put out all this weird content just to make get a couple likes and a couple bucks, man. Y'all not putting out the real truth. Y'all not speaking facts. Y'all not authentic. Y'all playing the devil's playground. That's what the social media is. Technology. Technology can be the god or the devil, depending on how you use that thing. And we conscious people, I don't even call myself that no more, for real. That's cool for those who still bear witness to that. I'm just an original woman with original babies trying to figure it out a way to make it through the day into the next day. You know what I mean? But I could build with you on many different levels from many different angles because I am well versed in a lot of different things. But some of this shit this people on is fake. Like the little girl Naziah Harris. You know what I mean? I purposely stayed away from that story. I watched people in this city go crazy. Like they was really like exploiting this child. And I'm like, I can't believe it. How y'all doing? Y'all be careful. Young sisters walking down the block. Gotta make sure gotta make sure the sisters is okay too. They look like some teenagers. Naziah, and I've been this is my first time really gonna speak on Naziah in depth, right? This happened when, y'all? When did this stuff happen with Naziah? Was it February 2024? So we a year into the game, right? You know what I mean? So for that whole year, for Black minus a couple months here or there, I watched people. I watched how people were running out, calling themselves looking for this girl, knowing good and damn well they was not looking for that child like that. Y'all done went up to these abandoned houses, knowing that you don't know how strong that structure is with your dumb ass. You going into abandoned houses with a damn AK-48, what is it, AR-15? Think you really looking for this child? No, you want some of this social media attention. You want it. You want it bad. That's that fame shit. That fame shit is addictive. It's addictive as hell. I watch certain people that has more of a spotlight, if you will, more of a platform, if you will, in the city of Detroit, really exploit this little girl. Like I went after some people too. Let's talk about Tamara Liberty Smith, man. Miss Police, Detroit Police. What is you? Detroit Police Commissioner or on the board of some shit with the Detroit Police. Tamara Liberty. You know me, man. You know me, and I know you. Shit, I was when you called yourself running for the mayor's position, I met with you to see what I could do to help your campaign, Tamara Liberty. How dare you exploit that little girl like that? How dare you chase after these stories involving children to get some type of notoriety, bitch? And when I checked this broad, I checked the hell out of her. I'm not worried about DPD being attached to her name, girl. Fuck you. What you gonna do to me? This broad had to meet me in the street. Girl, you ain't said shit but a word, sis. But I'm a mother, so I don't be trying to go hard like that. I'm just telling y'all, I really checked a lot of these people for exploitation of our youth. And I guess that's why I'm so blacklisted now. Mark DeAndre is another one. Mark DeAndre. It was 7 Mile Radio, bro. I remember you from our days working with New Era. I remember when we were talking about me having a show on your platform, bro. And the way you went down chasing these kids, these endangered children, to get some clout, my nigga. You was doing that shit for real. Okay, I'm back live now. All right, that's how we gonna do that. Um, I'm trying to figure out why my screen is so small. I don't know. Okay, it seems like I'm back live. All right, I figured it out. My phone died, and I had to figure all that out. Wait the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Soon as I get on this bitch, they go to Michigan State Police. Hmm. I think I should take my black ass on the porch. Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here in the cut. See what the fuck is going on. What the fuck are y'all doing in my vibe? That gotta be the night. That's a big ass. Get back, Malia. Get back, honey. Because do the Michigan State Police got a new type of car, y'all? Because I really can't see well without my glasses. But if I'm not mistaken, that is a car right there with sirens on the top with a big ass Michigan type badge on the side with an old English D at the bottom. All right, bet. If it ain't the police, it look close enough to it to me. That's right, babies. Y'all stay in front of my house. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little distracted. I'm paying attention to what's going on outside of my house. But yeah, my phone went dead, and I had to figure that out. This car pissing me off. I can't even really get in tune with my message right now. This car is pissing me off. I don't like this car sitting here. But at least the little boy's been smart enough to move directly in front of my house. See, these babies smart. Hey, baby, these babies are smart. No, you get back, honey. We don't need you out there. You sit right here with your mother. Let mommy do my job. But oh yeah, that's why I left off. Mark DeAndre. Mark DeAndre, the hell with you, bro. 7 Mile radio ass nigga. You was cool until I peeped your stilo exploiting the children. And I called that shit right the fuck on out. Directly to him. If you know me, you know I'm not someone that shies away from speaking what I feel needs to be said to whomever it needs to be said to. Stop. I'm watching the children. No, Malia. You're not. Ow. That hurt my window. That hurt my nail a little bit. Mm-mm. No. You can't. You can watch them, but mommy has to watch them for a different reason. I understand. Don't let mommy do her job, please. What is this car doing here, man? I want to go on my porch and see what. You know what? Spirit telling me to go on my porch. Watch this. Hold on. Hold on, Malia. Mommy had closed this window for 1 second. I don't want you climbing out the window. Let mommy need to step on the porch for a second. My spirit keeps saying step on this porch. Okay. I'm glad you're happy. Mommy be right back in. I just need to step on the porch. I need to see what this is. Because this don't seem right to me. And these kids is outside. Hold on. Step on my porch. Hold on, honey. Mommy be right. No, no, no. You stay right there, Kwame. My mommy. She just closed the door behind me. I want to see what this car is about. Make myself present on this block for a minute instead of sitting in the damn window. The fuck? Sit my ass right here. Cause who y'all watching? I want to know. I'm inquisitive. I have questions, but I'm on my porch. This shit is weird as fuck to me. Like as soon as I go back live, here come this weird ass car. I need to take a picture of it, but I ain't about to sweat it. I'm just gonna make sure these little babies is all right. Where the other adults at? Let me scope my block real quick. Hmm. No. Where are the adults at? Where are the adults at? There's 4 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4. Them people that was over there, it's not outside no more. Don't seem like there's no adults on my block. Hmm. Interesting. Now, why is these babies walking near that strange car? What is they doing over there? Okay. Go on down the street, kids. Get away from that car. Let me come. You know what I'm about to do? See, I know how to move. Watch this shit. I need to pull my dumpster to the curb any fucking way. So let's see what's up. Strange ass fucking car. Now he getting out the car. I'm bringing my dumpster up. All right. That's what's up. Watch this. see what type of car this is. Ain't no police car though. That look like some fire shit. Okay. Strange ass motherfuckers. Got me fucked up. It's real life shit, y'all. I don't play games. I make sure my block is secure. Because my kids is on this block. Fuck that. Okay. Everything seems to be cool. So my mans get off the bridge to go next door. I'm gonna come back in the house with my babies where they want me to be. See, I'm a living, I live by what I say. You ain't gonna find too many people on YouTube that do it like this. You're just not. Whew. Child, I'm out of breath. Okay. I still want to know what the fuck type of car that is. I think that's some form of firefighter shit. I think. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, man. Mark DeAndre. I try not to miss a beat, even when I gotta stop and pay attention to what's going on around me. Pardon me. I saw you exploiting them kids, my nigga. You did that shit. You exploited Messiah. You exploited the two little boys that were sleeping on their parents' porch in the cold. I saw you, man. I saw what you did. And I saw what them people with you did. If the police, no, this is what I said to Mark at first. When he first put it out there that the boys were sleeping on the porch in the cold, and they had been out there for months at that time, I said, why don't we get a select number of solid individuals to spend time surveilling the house to make sure that there are signs of life within the children that are on the porch? Because when this story came out, it was like one of the first nights we had below zero weather here in Detroit. And if you're a Detroiter or Michigan, you know it gets pretty cold in the winter. So he was more worried about getting people on camera and discovering where the parents were pastors at. Like all this weird shit. Exploitation. Whereas I'm saying it's two underage kids on the porch in the cold. But one little boy, he already told you he don't want to be on camera because he a high school basketball popular kid. So he's saying don't put him on camera. You already did that with your fluke ass. Then the other one is just a little 12-year-old following behind his big brother. So why wouldn't we, as the adults who claim to have an interest in empowering Detroit, instead of trying to put it all over social media, like, okay, social media can be helpful to a degree with awareness, but it becomes redundant when it's too much of it going on. And it was too much of that camera shit going on with them two little boys on that porch. And that's where it really became obvious to me. Like I kind of looked past the Nazaria stuff because everybody and their mama was trying to call themselves looking for this baby. I purposely stayed away I didn't want nothing to do with it because I saw the media the media shit show is becoming. But I did pay attention because, that's a child and we always have to be at the highest level of compassion when it comes to the youth. But when he did that with them little boys, and I said, well, I'm down. I'll take the shift. We ain't got to be all up in their face. We can go sit on the corner down the block just to keep an eye on the kids to make sure they're not freezing to death and getting hypothermia. Just making sure they moving around, leaving them some hot cocoa, shit like that, real shit. Blankets or whatever. People ignored the fuck out of me because they wanted the media attention, which they did. Jessica Dupnat and all of them got involved, but they got involved for no reason because the parents had been thoroughly investigated by Detroit Police Department and Child Protective Services, and they really didn't have any solid reason to believe that the children were being forced out of the house. The children decided to be out of the house, and that was a crazy thing. My whole thing was don't exploit the youth for social media attention. I don't like that shit. Like that shit is fluke as hell. It's flawed. It ain't genuine. These are kids, man. These are children. And then the nigga did the same thing again. He was at some Coney Island. And I called this nigga out on that shit too. Like, nigga, you want some real bullshit, Mark DeAndre. You want some bullshit and everybody sucking your ass. I'm not the type that's gonna suck not now one of you niggas ass. I done been out here in these community activist streets long enough to have my own respect. I ain't got to chase none of y'all niggas for clout. If anything, I'm gonna put y'all in your place because this is my city. It's my city. People come from out of town to come see Shakti Shamek. I don't recall people coming from out of town to meet none of you niggas. And I'm not trying to be egotistical, I'm stating facts. So this is my city on that type of time. And if I feel like one of you niggas is out of order and doing shit the wrong way, especially when it comes to these beautiful boys and girls in the city, I'm going to have something to say about it. And I'm going to say it to whomever. And I'm not going to worry about who you go tell, what type of organization you could get to come after me. I done faced, you know, if you don't know my history, you need to learn my history. I've literally faced thousands upon thousands of black feminists across the country. Like real shit, no cap, no lie. I'm not worried about orgs in that way. You know what I mean? If you wrong, you wrong. And anything that's doing wrong with the kids is treason to me. And Mark DeAndre is one of them niggas. He really is. Because after the situation with the little boy, he was up at that Coney Island, I believe on the west side of Detroit. I can't be for certain. And he was in the headline was clickbait. It was clickbait all fucking day. Because I remember this because I have autistic children. So stuff like that automatically grabbed my attention, which it does for most people. And he put on the tagline or whatever, autistic boy abandoned at Coney Island by the father. And I'm like, what? Let me click on this video to see what this is about. You know, I'm an autism mom, so you know, autistic babies automatically got me in a chokehold. So I'm looking at the video, and I'm like, nigga, didn't you just say that the daddy left the kid up here? Why is the daddy right there, nigga? The daddy right there. The daddy ain't left the child nowhere. The daddy seemed like he done had a drink or two, which is, it's not the best thing to do for himself nor his child in a public setting, especially a child with autism. But you're milking the situation to make it seem like this baby was just left there. And that was not the case. And I told him, man, your headline is misleading. It's misleading as hell. Don't make that black father look mad like he left his child there. And there's my baby beating her stick again. Malia, baby, can I see the stick? mommy make some noise? 1 second. I have to get this. She's making my security system do. Okay, back again. Um, so after I saw the situation with him trying to say that the black father abandoned the autistic child at the Coney Island when the black daddy was still right there, I'm like, nigga, you just jump into any type of story involving a child so you can get more numbers. Because I looked at your page. You're on there asking people for cash apps for chicken pitas, nigga. Chicken pitas. You want cash apps for chicken pitas. You corny ass nigga, Mark DeAndre. You super corny, bro. You are the corniest or on-air personality I have discovered. And I have been doing that type of work for, let's see, 17 years now. 17, I've been in the radio industry. Nigga, you corny as hell, bro. You know, we don't exploit babies. We can talk about anything else, talk shit, make jokes, crack jokes, whatever you choose to do on your platform is your platform. That's your platform. But one thing that we all should have a unspoken and spoken, if necessary, agreement on is the integrity of children. Period. The dignity of children. Respecting that, honoring that, demanding that those who are not operating in that accord get in fucking line or get their asses chewed the fuck up. Plain and simple. I don't believe in kissing ass to nobody. The closest I ever came to kissing ass is when my mama pushed me out her body. That's the closest I've ever came to it. So you're gonna hear the truth from me whether you like it or not. And I checked into Mark DeAndre. I sure did. And the last time, it was about a young lady that is connected to the village of mine. Now, I don't know the young lady and don't know the actual family of hers, but I know that she's connected to a village member. So I got the information about the baby being missing, and they got in touch with Mark DeAndre. You know what I mean? And that's cool because he got some numbers so the awareness can happen. But the way he acted, once again, nigga, you shady. Nigga, the mother was on the scene of where her daughter was believed to be held with a weapon, with her gun. And you gonna go Facebook Live and tell, oh yeah, she was here with a gun and I had to tell her to leave. Nigga, you must not be a real ass motherfucker. Because guess what? My baby, either one of them, any nieces, nephews, cousins, your child, if I feel that my child is being held somewhere against her will, and I know where that location may possibly be, you think I'm not coming strapped up? Because my baby coming out of there one way or the other. Now, either you gonna open this door willingly and let my baby leave on her own accord, or I'm coming up in there And however it happens, it's happening. But she getting out of here. Even if I don't leave out of here, because you overpower me, my baby is getting the fuck out of here today. So for him to put that mother on blast like that, nigga, you a straight snitch, bro. You a snitch. You ain't real. And you exploiting these kids. Get the hell out of here. We have to start holding ourselves more accountable and policing our own and being more present within our communities, but also calling these sucker ass niggas out. We got to stop letting these niggas get passes. I'm pretty sure that my name, well, I know my name is definitely blacklisted from a couple of establishments here in Detroit. I know that because I went after the owners of a couple of them. Sue me. You can't do it. You know what I mean? So I guess my job here is to tell the truth and shame the goddamn devil, regardless to whomever likes me or not. I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be respected. That's a difference. I don't give a fuck about you liking me. I don't give a damn about you loving me. But you will respect me, or we can take it somewhere completely different. And that's not somewhere I want to go, because I'm peaceful. I got babies. I'm trying to live my life righteous. But I am a woman that was in the streets of Detroit. Don't fucking play with it. Because I will show up to your establishment, which I've done to plenty people, and call you out at your shit. You're not going to do nothing but threaten to call the police on me or if I don't leave. And I'm more than likely I'm going to get the fuck on before the police come, because I don't want to waste my bail money. But before I leave, I'm going to check the fuck out your ass. And you're going to get the message. And you're going to know, if you ask about Shakti, Shameka, and D-Mecca, or Detroit, you're going to get one or two things, baby. You're going to get, we love that sister. That sister is down for the cause. She been giving herself up for years and doing the work. And the other thing you're going to hear, man, fuck Shakti. She be on some bullshit. She always going on for people. You're damn straight, I am. You're damn straight. I'm going to check you. You ain't going to do shit to me. And I'm going to make you have some thoughts about what you're doing. I'm going to plant the seed of truth, whether you like how I delivered it or not. See, I get it raw on my end. The people in my life hold me to the highest level of accountability. When I'm not performing, I get it raw. Don't nobody pacify my feelings because I'm a woman and a mother. I get that shit raw. But you fucking up. You know you better than that. You know you more capable of more than that. And you performing real bad right now. You performing lower than what you have shown. This is type I get talked to like that. So I'm talking to y'all the way people talk to me. You don't like it, so what? Do something to change it. Do something to change it. Because at the end of the day, all I want to do is see us win. And I want to see these sucker ass niggas and these sucker ass crackers and these sucker ass jumping jelly bean Latinos and the pale face Arab and whomever else that Orientals. I don't give a fuck. Stop killing black kids, man. We not killing y'all kids. I don't recall a black person going into a white community doing anything to some white kids. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I don't recall a black person going into an Oriental community doing anything to some Oriental kids. I don't recall a black person going into a Latino community doing something to their kids. The Arabic community. I don't recall us doing that. If I am wrong, I will stand corrected. But I don't recall hearing much of that. So why is it that our babies can't have the same respect from those outside of our community? That's what I want to know. And that's the question I'm going to start posing. When you go into these liquor stores, because I'm going to do it. The next time I go into a gas station or something, I'm going to ask one of them motherfuckers, why don't y'all respect our kids? I want to know. I want to know, why don't you respect our children? What did our children do so wrong to your punk ass? That's what I want to know. And I challenge you all to start doing that. When we start really taking a solid stand that we not gonna let people keep coming and disrespecting our kids in our community, then we'll start to see a change. Whether it be the niggas at the damn liquor store, the market, the beauty supply, the nail salon, wherever they own the crap at, or whether it be these fraudulent ass, black ass niggas who swear they for the black empowerment. We got to start checking niggas. Check them. Check them. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared to use your voice for good. It don't matter how the delivery come. Offense is not given. It's taken. That's what it is. And maybe we just need to start being a little bit more offensive in the honor of our children. And stop being so passive. Stop being passive when it comes to the kids, man. If we can't agree on anything else, we should have the common ground, no matter who you pray to, what your gender is, what you have done in your past, what you're doing in your life now. We should all be able to come together on the common ground of protecting the children, keeping their honor and their dignity at the highest level. We should demand that. We shouldn't be asking them for shit when it comes to our kids. We should demand that our kids get treated with the highest level of respect. Because as I just said, I don't recall a black person, melanated person, an African person, a person born of African descent, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't recall us going into their communities and hurting their children. It just don't. I got a pretty good memory, and I have not heard many public stories of somebody of my skin color going into white land, Mexican land, Asian land, pale face Arab land, any land you want to talk about. I don't recall seeing any of my brothers and sisters going to hurt their kids. I don't recall that. So why, if we have that much respect for their children, which is okay, I'm not saying don't do that. They still kids at the end of the day. The people we got the issues with is the grown-ups, not the kids. All kids are sacred. We treat kids sacred. But why are we letting motherfuckers gun our kids down? Why aren't we taking the same strong stance to demand that our kids be treated with the highest level of respect? That's where our problem is. We focused on the wrong shit. We focused on all these different little petty arguments, political arguments, religious arguments, gender arguments. We focused on the wrong stuff. Because guess what? I don't care who you sleep with behind your closed doors as long as they grown and you grown. Y'all two grown, consenting adults, y'all do what y'all do. That ain't nothing to do with me. But even as a grown person, we should all come to the same common ground of the children. If we can't agree on nothing else, because let's just face it, it's a million religions. The gender wars are real. Everybody men want to be more hurt than women. Women want to be more hurt than men. Men don't need women. Women don't need men. That bullshit. There's many different sexual preferences that we all don't have to accept nor agree on. The homosexuals don't have to accept heterosexuality, and we don't have to accept homosexuality. But can we agree on the common ground of demanding that the children be allowed to walk up and down their block safe? Can we agree on that? Can we agree going into these stores where it's a monopoly against our community, going into the gas station, the liquor store, the market, wherever you're going to go, and ask them people, why aren't you respecting our children? And handle it from there. Now, either they gonna get in line and be respectful and say, you know what? I can't speak for my whole ethnic background, But in this store, I'm gonna make sure the kids are respected. If we could get them people to start agreeing to that and holding them to that accountability, a lot of stuff will start to change, right? But if the mother, once you present that topic to that motherfucker, and he wants to, he want to get all snappy and rude with you, then let's do it then, nigga. Cause we gonna, by any means necessary, by any means necessary, will our children be respected. And we also have to hold ourselves to that level of accountability as well. We lead by example too. We have to respect our kids just as we got to respect our kids even more than anybody else could. Once we start holding ourselves to that level of accountability, then we can step to these other motherfuckers like, what the fuck you doing to my kid? What the fuck you doing to that little black boy right there? I don't give a fuck if he tried to steal a candy bar from your store, nigga. You got insurance. You're not gonna disrespect him here. I'll pay for that shit. That's how you handle it. That's how you handle it. And then when you take that little boy outside, like, come here, young man. Why was you stealing that candy bar? You check him behind closed doors. You don't never let them motherfuckers see you checking our kids. You don't give them that satisfaction. We don't disrespect theirs. We have to demand our kids be respected or die. That's what it has to come down to. And are you ready to die for the kids or not? Are you ready for that? Because I'm telling you, I lay down my life for any one of them. If laying down my life gonna change something and gonna make it better, then take my life. Take it. I'll sacrifice that shit. Long as it's gonna make things better. And that's how real we got to be about this shit moving forward. Protect the children or die. Protect them with our lives. These are kids, man. They innocent. They bring the life to our homes. They bring the light to our community. They precious little faces, they energy, man. These are our gifts that we've been blessed with. We've been blessed with these babies, man. And it's on us to demand a motherfucking respect from whomever. Whomever. And it's the way you do it. Like I said, don't go protest nothing. What protesting gonna get you? What protesting gonna get us? It ain't got us shit in all these years. Ain't got us nothing. Right? Can you remember? Can you go back to the boycotts of 64, 67 that was here in Detroit? Can you go back to the protests before then? When they was turning water hoses and dogs on us? What changed? I'll wait. No, the change starts like this. Quit being cowards. Quit being docile. And stand the fuck up and demand that the kids be respected. Plain and simple. Because I'm telling you like this, I remember a couple years ago, I was at one of these liquor stores, one of these gas stations with these pale-faced Arabs. I don't have no respect for them peoples. They know they come in here and rape my people. So I don't have no respect for them. Nigga, just do your job. You're going to take my money anyway. Do my job and treat me with respect. My money is going to give me my respect that I deserve from your bitch ass. Right? Okay, you're not going to talk down on me. You're not going to have a snappy attitude with me. Or none of that. Y'all having fun with y'all football? All right. Kids out there playing with the football. They was just on my porch. I ain't worried about it. Kids come on my porch all they want to. They say, I demand they respect. But I was in that establishment with one of them saying niggas, and it was a little boy there. And I forgot what exactly the circumstances that took place, because it's been a minute. But The motherfucker was speaking real rude to the black boy. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. I'm not no man or nothing, but I'm a mother, bitch. And this could be my son, ho. And what you not gonna do is disrespect this little boy in my presence. Nigga, I pay your bills, bitch. Me and mine pay your bills. Me and mine support your livelihood when you take it back overseas, nigga. You gonna treat us like royalty in your establishment. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't live, bitch. That's the mentality you gotta have when you going into these establishments with these other races. You gotta have that type of mentality. You gotta be ready to stand on that because they don't like us. They don't give a fuck about us. All they want is our money. But while they taking our money, they disrespecting our kids. So when you step into that establishment, you got to be on your shit. As I know I'm like that every time, all the time. When I go into their establishments, no, I'm not peaceful. No, I'm not. No, I'm cool. I'm here to conduct business for a service. Now, if I see you coming after one of mine wrong, then yes, I have a divine duty to check your ass and check you thoroughly. And the way I'm gonna check your bitch ass from an intellectual standpoint, motherfucker, you gonna submit to me. And that's how we have to move from here on out. Even these police officers, man, we have to start holding their asses more accountable. And you got to be a little bit more smart with these niggas because they got guns and shit and they feel like they can abuse their punk ass authority, right? And most of them motherfuckers is fucked up in the head. They was bullied in school. They punk bitches in real life. So now they want to take their aggression, they aggression out on whomever. We got to start holding them motherfuckers more accountable too. Like when you see one of yours, especially one of these kids like that baby was shot up last night. When you see that shit going down, get involved. Get involved. Don't be scared, man. We gotta stop being afraid. That's what the thing it is right there. We allow our fear to get in the way of what we should be doing to protect our own. That baby shouldn't have got shot last night, man. He shouldn't have got killed, yo. I don't give a fuck what he was on, man. Long as he wasn't like doing no pedophile shit, you know what I mean? He didn't deserve that, yo. He was 16, misguided on some street shit. No OG really done guided him in the right direction or whatever. But he still didn't have to lose his life. They sit up there, they tase white people. They tase everybody else, but they kill ours. Somebody should have got involved with that one last night. Fuck videotaping. What the fuck is a videotape going to do? What the fuck is going live going to do? No, we got to go back to when these phones wasn't, when they basically didn't exist. Get involved. Don't, I'm going to go live. We have you on camera. Can we get your badge number? Nigga, take a picture of that badge number, put the phone down and go stand next to your brother or your sister. What the fuck is gonna happen? What the fuck are they gonna do that you're afraid of? I'm just saying, we gotta stop. Gotta stop. And they gotta start somewhere. Our elders, people say that ignorant statement all the time and it pisses me off. I'm not my ancestors. Bitch, no, you're not. You're not. And that's my baby just having fun. Don't worry about it. Bitch, you're not your ancestors. You're not. Quit disrespecting like that, bitch, because you couldn't handle most of what they handled, nigga. You couldn't handle the 200-degree weather on a slave field, pregnant, getting birth and having them snatch away your kid, taking them to a strange land and you'll never see them again, motherfucker. You couldn't handle that. You couldn't handle seeing them black men lynched and beat on. You too pussy as it is. You too pussy as it is. You can't even stand up against to make sure these kids is respected. So how the hell you got more courage than them? They had all the courage. They deserve all the praise. Because they went through shit that me and you probably wouldn't make it through. Do you feel me? Them women was giving birth without any type of medical, anything, any type of epidurals, anything. When they was done, they bled the fuck on whatever they could put between their legs. And they still had to go back out into the field to pick cotton, nigga. Them men was getting buck broken, raped and shit. They manhood being stripped from them because they had hoe ass niggas of the European persuasion that was intimidated by their manhood, so they took it away from them. You mean to tell me you niggas and you broads nowadays got more courage than them? You can live through that? Motherfucker, we can't even live without cell phones now. We can't even function. Cell phone break, oh my God, we having a whole damn heart attack. Wi-Fi go out, oh my God, I can't get on Facebook. But you not your ancestors, you goddamn right you not. You pussy. You're pussy. And I'm gonna say it like that. We got some work to do. And I ain't spoke like this in a very long time because I've been going through my own shit as a human and a mother. You feel me? Life happens. Life happens to all of us, no matter if I got a platform, no matter if I have a magazine, no matter if I done community work, no matter if I've given away money, no matter if I've done any of those things. Life happens, nigga. So I haven't spoken this candid in a long time. And you probably won't hear me speak this candid again. Because I'm done talking. Yeah, I come on here and speak on little topics here or there, but as far as this shit right here, this shit about making sure these babies is protected and making sure these niggas out here doing what they supposed to do or getting told to fuck off. My MO different. I'm moving different. So you're not gonna hear this type of talk from me too much more because I'm done talking. I'm all about action now. This is time. We're in 2025 as per the Gregorian calendar, my baby. If you don't see right now what's going on in this society, then you're blind as Stevie Wonder. No disrespect to Stevie Wonder. I love you. Thank you for the beautiful music. This is time for us to move real different. Real different. And we gotta say what the fuck we mean and mean what we say and make the actions count behind it. So I challenge you now. Go try it tomorrow and see how you feel. See how empowered you feel. Go into one of these liquor stores. Go into one of these gas stations. Go anywhere. Go to a beauty supply. They on every corner. And you ask them, you know, why don't y'all respect our kids? And see how you feel afterwards. The change got to start within us. We got to be the change we want to see, man. That baby got shot and killed last night. That's unfortunate as fuck. My thoughts, prayers, healing energy and all that to the family. Because I'm sure the mother is I can only imagine, man. But this is not going to stop until we start to do stuff different. So what you willing to do different? I know what I'm willing to do different. What you willing to do different to make sure that you being counted for in this war that we in? What are you going to do to protect the children? Because if we ain't protecting the babies, then we might as well go ahead and drop dead. They are future. And right now they taking our future right before our very eyes. They killing our future. And we got to do something about it. So with that being said, I'm going to jump on off here. I've been on here quite a while and it's 9:30 and it's bedtime for me and my kids. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for understanding that I'm a mother and I'm going to do motherly shit, whether I'm on here or wherever else. I love y'all. Until next time, peace, love, and Black power.